All right,
Well, I got
go
a
ahead and
broken
start.
back, man. I
No,
can't
you're good.
fucking get
No,
up
you're
and let
good.
me
Go
get
ahead
up
and
and
start.
find a pen. No, I'm already up
No,
now.
you're good.
Nah, I'm up.
Well, I've
Okay.
already took the picture, dog.
Well, I tried to tell
Nah.
you that 5 times, but you kept saying write it down.
All right.
Good.
Well, it's just in
I
small,
got it.
really small handwriting. I don't know if it's gonna show up. Was the thing. All right, guys. Whenever y'all ready to go live, I'll announce the sponsors since I pretty much know who all those are, and then I'm gonna introduce you guys and let y'all talk for a minute, and I'm just gonna go through the lineup, and then you two just kind of take y'all's picks and shit. You know what I'm saying?
That'll
I
work.
mean, so I think have you watched the way we broadcast? Haven't you, Diesel?
Yeah, I've watched the broadcast.
You
Okay,
don't gotta
you're
say
good to
nothing if
go.
you don't want to, bud. You can just put in input every now and then if you want. Just get in where you fit in. That's basically
No,
what we do.
if you
Uh,
want to talk though, dude, I'll give you
Yeah. Oh yeah.
plenty of talking time, bro.
that's
That's what
cool.
I'm
Plenty of
saying. If he
talking.
wants to, you just gotta talk.
Right, and I'll shut the fuck up while you're talking, and Will do the same. Just let us know when we're live, so I don't say that word again.
Yeah, well, we've been live.
Oh.
Oh, oh wow. For all the
That's
viewers at home, man,
crazy.
we're actually just working out some kinks at here in the booth. Tonight, man, this is going to be a Vegas truck race, man. 25% for everybody. This is Midnight Network. This is going to be correct. This is for the starting order of the Daytona race.
This is
Besides,
no. This has nothing to do with this. This Vegas truck race is the 8 admin in Midnight Gaming Network. I mean Midnight Broadcasting Network. What they're doing now, Rupert, and they're going for their draft spots. As you know,
oh,
we have a
of what
developmental
pick they
series.
get.
We have
Okay.
their developmental series that just ran a race, a cup race, the East Series at Atlanta, which now
Right.
we're going to have them race for draft order at Vegas in the trucks. Then after
Right.
that, we're going to have our West Series race coming up after that.
Okay, I know, I understand now what's going on. They're getting their draft ordered. We're gonna do a draft here for all the guys that's been in the East-West Developmental Series. I mean, quite a few guys. They're gonna be rewarded because some of these top guys on the game are gonna say, "Hey, that's my driver now." Whether you get put in the trucks or Xfinity, it's gonna be a great opportunity just to learn from some of the best at the game. Because I tell you what, I
Setups,
right. I've never personally,
so much.
I don't go to these guys and just be like, hey man, let me get it set up. It's just not my nature, the way I roll. But if any of these guys are ever say, hey, try this, you can guarantee that I write it down. And if I hear them talking about a setup or something, I'll be like, hey, is it cool if I write? And it's like that, man. They don't want to be 3 seconds faster than everybody in the game. Will, you know that? They want to put on a show. I mean, they
Oh,
want to
yes,
find guys that, yeah, that can hold a line and drive three wide and race around each other, right?
Roofer,
yeah.
you got that lineup.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's Rupert, if you want to go ahead and name the trucks, that way our viewing audience
Yes,
will
sir.
know who they're looking for out there on the track. It's a lot of our top Cup guys. They're actually all of our Cup guys, but these are the 8 admin, the founding fathers of our community here at
Right.
Midnight, and all of them top 50 drivers, outstanding guys. Go ahead, Rupert. Who we got in the first
All
truck
right,
going
in
out,
the
bud?
two truck, guys, WVU fan, and I'll tell you what, that's Jason Keffer. He is a very awesome dude. I know he works a lot. I mean, I'm on his Twitter page. You know, I follow his Twitter a lot, but he's one of our top, I thought, top 50 showcase drivers. In the four car, you got AJ Storm, he's another one of the admins here at Midnight, and he's a very busy guy because he takes 1,000 questions a day from everybody. But and he's another showcase driver. The 8 car of Slade, and I mean the truck. He's in this 8 car tonight. Slade. He's another admin here. 16-year-old. He gets his homework done, everything, and he's still. I mean, on the YouTube, what he does to make this Midnight League is fantastic. 15 truck tonight. Smoke fan. I don't think everybody knows pretty much if you run NASCAR Heat 3, you know who Smoke Fan is, and he's actually a big part of another admin here in the 21 truck. You got Bags. Bags is a very, very steady, fast guy everywhere. 24 truck's going to be New World Order. He is actually, I haven't got to see him run a whole lot besides the beginning because something happened with his PS4 or something, and he's back on though. But he's one of the admins here as well. Then in the 47 truck, NRG. Some people know him as T. Some people know him as NRG, but he he could have been a showcase driver. Unfortunately, he had to use 2 accounts. But anyways, then we got the 49 of Diesel Piles, and that's everybody that's in this race. And Diesel Piles is another showcase driver. So out of all of our 8 admins, only 2 guys are not in the top 50. And just the time, it takes to practice to be, that's a chance of a lifetime to get drafted to play a video game. And
what truck is Diesel Piles in, Roofer?
Oh, sorry about that. 49.
In the 49 truck.
Yes, sir. Like I
And
said,
this is a 9 points event right here. But this means so much to these guys, even though it's a 9 points event. The trucks are very, very fun to pilot around. Especially at Vegas. This is one of the fastest tracks for the trucks. We're going to see a lot of 3 wide, a lot of mixing it up. These are the who's who, but this is important to these guys because these are the guys they get to go for the pick for the mentorship. Like, they get to pick their guys that they're going to mold up. Our actual Midnight Broadcasting is trying to have 30 drivers in the esports competition next year, which is a tall tale. But with these 8 guys, I don't see any problem with that. We might even end up with more than that, Roofer. How many do you think?
Yeah, I could see it, man. I could see to where, I mean, I know that a lot of times we sandbag just to sit back in the B class because we knew how to run with each other cleanly because we just, we didn't know some of these other guys. And, man, if they're able to develop me even further, I mean, man, I'm excited. I cannot wait. I've put my Twitter profile. Anybody that's tuning into this broadcast, go make a Twitter account or Facebook, whatever account. Tag the Midnight Broadcasting Network in it and do a driver introduction just like the showcase drivers had to do pretty much to get into esports. I wasn't happy with my first one, so I went back and did a second one. I mean, that's how much this matters to me, So, I mean, like I said, this race is huge. Like I said, if you get the number 1 pick, that means you get to say, hey, man, I think this guy right here is the cream of the crop, and that's my driver now. And I want to introduce everybody to the booth tonight. We got Diesel Pulling in here. What do you like to go by, Diesel? Because you like going by Pulling. I mean, your first name, we go by Will and Mike or Roofer and From the Back. So
I mean, I'll go by Pulling or Jacob. Either one. Pulling's probably more common.
There we go.
Jacob's Pulling?
Yeah. Jacob is Pulling. Yeah, there we go. But everybody, he's doing our broadcast tonight, and I want to kind of let him get a chance to introduce himself.
PSN is Diesel Pulling.
Go ahead and take your invite, because you got to take your invite before we do. The broadcaster always has to take his invite. Let us know when you take your invite, and we'll take ours.
I think they sent mine a little early. I think it actually put me in the race.
No, it looks like that, but you're actually you'll look like you're going in the race, but you're actually not. But
so you're in?
First lap.
Yeah, I'm in.
Are you in?
I'm in now, Ruth.
Okay.
Yep, same here.
Okay, and we got.
Oh, we got Sean still in the booth, Twisted.
And we got Twisted in the booth as well.
Sneaky little guy.
I thought your internet.
Yes,
I thought you said. I got you. You're.
Mine
able
says
to
waiting for
log-
drivers.
Yeah. Okay. Like I said, what do you? 34 laps, guys. I'm gonna tune into Jason Keffer's live feed.
Hey, one of y'all invite me back. It actually put me in the race.
Really?
Yeah, so I disconnected real quick. Just invite me back.
Okay.
Hold up, I got an invite from Slade. I'll see if this will work.
There you go. He
This is
got
back
it.
out, Pulling, and invite
Yeah.
him again, yeah.
I'm in. I'm back.
Yeah. Yeah, they're good. Everybody at home, we were blue screening for a minute. And I want to just mention the sponsors real quick. Fade Grips, Ronin Imports, Travis Braden, which actually Travis Braden tweeted me back today. He's starting 8th tomorrow in the ARCA race at Daytona, and he is stoked. I tweeted him when I seen that, and I said, man, I hope you get the pole. And he said, man, thank you for being a fan, As right now, they're all lining up. So, what's your guys' pick? Who you think's going to get this #1 pick tonight? What do you feel?
I'm not gonna pick just because that we are the draft driver, and they did a good job by not showing favoritism, and I think we need to keep it on that same playing field.
Well, yeah, there's no we try not to do no favoritism. It looks like they just
But I
went
like
green, guys.
WV and Smoke Fan in this one.
Looks like the 21 car there. He's got a lead right now of Bags. Bags with the 8 truck pushing him on the high side. That's Slade. They kind of got the 15 pinched down underneath. They got the momentum up there. So the 15 gets in third right behind them. So that's Smoke Fan, Slade, and we got contact. 15 around, 47 around, 4 around. Is the caution going to come out?
Yes, they're backing them down. I think it is.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to go to Jason Kepler's live feed, so I'll be able to keep track of the laps. And
Actually,
all that.
no caution, guys. No caution.
I kind of figured that. Yeah, I was on board with the 15 with the little amount of cars that we have. I mean, sometimes it takes a truck really flying out of the track and almost, they almost
Bags is open a monster lead right here already with that altercation on the back stretch there. So let's see if anybody got it set up that can run this guy down, because it always seems like to me Bags is somewhere in the top 3. I've yet to see him since I've been broadcasting sneak off with one, but tonight might be his night.
Dude,
yes, sir. And this 49 truck he's kind of trailing right now, but if him and who's that's behind him there?
I think they're backing him down to get him back straight. They're going to do a manual restart, guys, is what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Which is very sportsmanlike for Bags. We can get the other 4 trucks up here with this pack. They must have been top rope.
You guys. Like I said, every one of these guys were showcased. They could have been in the showcase. 2 of them, unfortunately, had bad circuit. One's PlayStation went out in the middle of it, and the other one had 2 different accounts. But every one of our admins here at Midnight, I mean, you can even say there's 11.
We got
drivers that are.
We got Fluffy in here too in the 83 truck.
Oh yeah, okay, Fluffy's in racing too.
As we get them gathered up, guys, we may be going green flag this time around here. We got the 4 truck cut off on the inside. I think he's going to pit road here. I think we're going to have another. Well, he juked me out. He's warming those tires up. I've been known to warm the tires up at 200 miles an hour. I wonder how that affects the 4 truck as he bumpers the Bags automobile there.
Like I said, as soon as I can see the live lap count and everybody thing, I'm going to his live feed now, waiting for it to load. But I got the WV, the 2 truck. I got his live feed, so I'm able to give you a lap count. I can tell you.
Yeah, because we have no clue what they're running
back. Right. I know it's a 37 lap race. They're probably on lap 5 when they go back to green. But I'm gonna confirm that.
Looks like we're going green.
We're going back to green. Yep. Like the green flag racing here. It's a 4 truck. This is all over the back bumper there.
AJ Storm.
Yes, sir.
AJ Storm making big moves.
In the pedigree truck. I love that paint job. When I run that truck, that's the paint job I use. The big dog.
Okay, well, right now we're on lap 7 of 34. When they come back and we hit the line, it'll be 8 of 34. So that would be about 36 to go, or 26 to go. I'm sorry about that. So they still got quite a while to make their moves.
I got my eyes on the 83 truck. I'm gonna make him my pick.
Ooh.
Fluffy.
I see one truck on the pit road that's actually lagged out. It looks like the 13 truck. Oh man, that's Diesel. Oh, never mind. That's
that was mine.
Yeah, he's in. Yeah, you're fine.
No competition. He's no competition.
This is the first night that Diesel Pulling guys is. He was nice enough at the last second to say, hey, I will broadcast the race for you because Sean's internet was on the fence. Mine is, so is Will's, but it's gonna be taken care of.
Alright, we got the 21 truck trying to stretch a little bit of a lead out. The 4 truck's going with him. WV fan in the 2 truck is right behind him here. NRG in 4th. Who we got in the 5th truck there?
AJ. I saw AJ was at the back of the, or no, not AJ. It's Slade. Slade was at the back of the restart there. He's done moved his way up.
I'll tell you what, it looks like, AJ Storm went low and they all kind of left Bags out to hang out there on the high side. Let's see if he can get the momentum, because he has the preferred line going into 3, kind of, side-by-side racing, boys.
That's what we like to
Between
see.
AJ Storm and Bags, right?
It's like 190 mile an hour restart. What it looks like to me.
That's what. Hey, that's what we're trying to have here at Midnight. Whether it's a B, C, D, E, G, F group, we want the fastest to the slowest guys because I mean, we want to improve. We don't want to say, hey, go break the game. You're no good. We want everyone to be good at this game, man. It's more fun that way.
So you know, man, you're my pick for preseason to win the S class.
All right. I'm glad as we see the 47 of pushing the 4 of AJ Storm up with now we got the 8 pushing Bags. It's gonna be the 47 NRG. Yeah, NRG and AJ are pretty good boys there, and I'm pretty sure that Slade and Bags are pretty good boys there. So it's kind of like teammates versus teammates at the moment, and that's how you run side by side. You don't see people putting up and taking people out. I mean, I know it's a smaller field, you know. That's why these guys are in the position they're in. Just guys. That's why they're in the showcase. I mean, the esports guy said, "Hey, let's see who can actually put on a show for us." And as you can see, they're putting on a show. It looks like they're going to go 3 by 3 by 3 here in a minute.
Nobody's taking this lightly either. These picks, this draft order, these guys are trying to mold these guys to bring them up through a truck series, try to bring them up through an Xfinity series, eventually get them in a hot seat in a Cup series. They're trying to mold their team. This is to build their stables. It has no points on the line, but it has way more than that if you think about it.
Oh, this is all about pride. This is right.
Yeah, Bags out there in front again.
Kind of made contact with looked like the 21 truck maybe. Kind of knocked them in the wall. They were 3 wide. It didn't look like he did it on purpose. It just he maybe there's a little delay in the spotter sometimes. So sometimes you make a move that you think you can make that you actually can't make. It didn't hurt him too bad, but he went to about 4th to 7th there. But,
and a lot of people don't know that these trucks are very draftable. And as you see AJ Storm getting up under Bags' tailgate like that, they can actually pull away. They can open a little lead doing that. These trucks are very draftable.
I'm impressed with no one losing the draft and everyone staying stuck together. You know, not one person's left the draft yet. You know, that's awesome. Right now, Bags look like he's got a tough truck to beat, but it kind of looks like AJ is just sitting there saying, I'm going to wait for you to slip up, and I'm right there. I mean, them top 4 trucks, if they work together, man, they could probably take off.
Yeah, the 87 truck looks like he's in a little bit of a pickle. He might lose the draft here in the back. Who's in the 87 truck? Would that be Fluffy Twisted?
I think it's in the 83.
He's in the 83.
And I'll tell you what, fuel will play an issue because from what I'm seeing, there's only about in about 2 or 3 laps they're gonna have to hit pit road. So another thing is gonna be, as you see, our leader of Bags comes. Bags
dropping down pit road.
Yeah, who's gonna make the mistake and who's not?
And as you can tell, none of these guys are really working together.
Oh, chewing the grass a little bit there.
Or anything. They're just, this is all they want. Every one of them wants that #1 pick bad. It's basically for bragging rights, but it's also to build their stables up. So Bags is taking a chance coming in first. Let's see if it pays off for him in the long run. He's led every lap of this race as of yet.
Well, I believe, I don't know how you feel about this, Sean and Twisted, because, I mean, as we can see, the 8's getting on pit road, the 47's getting on pit road,
24.
And AJ Storm as well, right. They said, let's not let that other car get them fresh tires and get the advantage on us. But, like I said, in your mind, Sean, do you believe, you know, that this draft is, you know, really, really huge to them, that it's kind of like, you know, would be getting the #1 pick in one of the major sports drafts? You know, obviously everybody would want that bad, I would think.
Oh, absolutely. Getting the #1 draft pick is definitely very important.
Right. I mean, and here's another question. You think they're gonna base it solely on tonight's Atlanta race, or watching us and racing? Right. That's what I'm saying. If anybody had a bad showing in Atlanta, don't think, oh man, I'm not gonna get drafted. I mean, these guys have been checking people out for weeks now, and some people months. So It's just a thing we come up with that uh, I don't want to take credit with it. AJ Storm actually come up with this great idea of, you know, let's develop some of these guys for next year. Midnight is the premier series, which we already, I mean, numbers-wise, we got more people in the showcase than any other series that I know of on PS4.
Stole my popsicle.
But I know they all want it bad. It's like I said, Ronin Imports, Travis Braden, Vapub, all them guys, man, check them out. WVU fans just getting off. We got, let's see. Oh, I'm looking at his fuel. I don't want to tell everybody how much fuel he has, but as soon as I can tell you how many laps to go, I will. I believe they're going to have to make one more pit stop, though, unless some of these guys can stretch it. The guys that short pitted, I don't think that's going to be an option from what I'm seeing.
What we got as far as positions right now, Roofer?
Right now,
I'm going to take a quick
Storm
commercial break, guys.
Yeah, no problem. AJ Storm right now is out front, and he is walking the dog on these guys. I don't, you know, if he just got on pit road perfectly, but the 47 is working, and that's the 47 of NRG. Him and Slade are really coming up quick, and I mean, we really got a four-man.
Is it Slade or Smoke?
Right, I believe Slade's in the 8, Smoke's in the 15.
Well, NRG's
I don't know if that's
NRG's. I think it's NRG and Smoke trying to make the push on.
Right there. Yeah, that's Smoke Fan second place in the 15. So now we actually Smoke Fan went high. Let's see if NRG ducks him or nope. He got back in line. Smoke Fan thought better of that. You know, he knows that AJ Storm and NRG run a lot together. His 15 gets on him hard, but AJ's able to hold it.
See WVU pop out there on the outside. Or no, that's not WVU. That's New World Order.
New World Order, right?
I'm used to WVU being in the 24.
Well, I think he was one of the original guys that was, you know, created this in his PS4. He had problems, and he just now got it back up and going. And he was one of the original admins, and he got his number that he previously ran back. So, from what I understand of it, but right now, man, that 15 truck has kind of worked his way to the front there. Kind of took it from AJ Storm a little forcefully, and I think AJ Storm was kind of being a little patient. He said, "Hey, I got my fade grip on here. I'm in here." Like right now, that 15 to 47, and if the 15 to 47 of NRG work together, they might be able to take it, you know. Get away from the, I don't know if they're going to get away, but the 4 car, if they stay together, that they definitely have a really good shot. But I do believe we're going to have one more pit stop. As you see, AJ Storm gets a little tight, moves up the racetrack, and the 24 goes underneath him of New World Order. And as AJ thinks about crossing him back over, but he thinks about it less and says, hey, I'll just push you back up here to the front too. I'm content with 4th. It's getting exciting here, guys, as we're probably coming to, let's say, about 15, 16 to go. Maybe even less than that. I can't tell right now because the guy's live view I'm watching is he's watching his fuel can. So I'm pretty sure fuel might come into a play right here. Bags is in 5th with WVU fan in 6th, and they're really working hard to try to catch this top 4, but I don't know, man. It's going to be hard. I mean, 4 is a bigger number than 2, and everyone knows numbers is everything in the draft. Looks like fan. He's just painting that white line. He's holding a steady line. He says yeah, and he's got it that 15 truck on. And I believe NRG is just content just to sit there on his bumper, and I believe the whole top 4 right now is content where they're at. And they're saying, hey, let's do the strategy thing. If they make a mistake on pit road, we got top 4 picks, you know. I believe that's a good, you know, instead of running side by side, they realized that Bags and WVU fan were catching them, and which actually they're making up time. I'm watching the onboard feeder. It's surprising me how well they're working together. They're actually making up time on them to a 2-car draft compared to a 4. Kind of surprising there.
There's a pack of 3
AJ
behind WVU and Bags that are catching them.
Oh, see, if that happens, man, numbers is going to be, you get that, 5 against 4, it's really going to start coming. As that 24 kind of gets a little bit in the wall, don't really slow him down. He touches it again, but he's in such a fast draft right now that it didn't really affect him. As now
Yeah, you got Diesel Piles, Fluffy, and Slade running together behind Bags and WVU, and it looks like they're making some time up on them.
Yeah, them 3.
If you're wondering why I'm not saying much, it's because on my screen they're just going crazy. I got them in the catch fence, in the infield, everywhere. So I'm just letting you guys take control of it.
No problem. Like I said, right now the guys, I'm not able to see a lap count. All I'm able to see is a fuel count. And I would hate to give that to the guys listening at home, how much fuel a certain guy has, so I don't want to say, hey, this is how many laps of fuel he has. So I know we're coming around to, I say yeah. I'm going to say around 8, 9 to go is what I'm thinking. These guys up front that short pitted, I'm thinking they're definitely going to have to make another pit stop. And these guys in the back, they might not have to. Or,
Fluffy got a little loose there.
And as you can see, the 47 got a little loose. The 24 got his truck underneath there as now he's looking for second place. Ooh, 47 NRG kind of pinches him down and says, no. But he went underneath the white line and was able to hold it, as that's not a penalty at Vegas. And he pulled right back into third and said, hey, it's not worth it. The second pack is working too well together, and they're fixing to have 2 more with them, because that third pack is coming, boys.
That third pack is moving.
Mm-hmm.
That's just going to give them an even better push.
Mm-hmm.
Bags is dropping off a little bit.
To see, all these guys are deserving to be. Ooh, did you see the NRG make a big move on Smoke Fan? But Smoke Fan has enough momentum on the high side to keep it in the first place. NRG gets right back in line. Now the 24 looks low of him. They must know that second pack is coming, and they said, heck with it. Let's just go ahead and get our position while we can. Now as the 24 goes underneath the 47, AJ Storm kind of looking.
That backpack is picking up Bags right now. Like they're going to push him toward WVU.
Oh, they're coming. I'm watching Jason Keffer's on board, and they're catching probably, I'd say, 2/10 a lap, man. We're coming to 2 to go, guys. 2 to go. Some people might not have enough. That's my prediction. When they hit the line, guys, 2 to go. They just hit the line. When they come and hit the line again, it's going to be a Ronin Imports Fade Grips here at Vegas. White flag. There it is. White flag. Who's going to win this? Will it be Smoke Fan? Will it be NRG? Will it be
NRG on the outside?
Ooh, it's just getting fun, guys. New World Order, he's back in things. And then you got AJ Storm in fourth. As you can see, NRG says he's wanting to put on a show. Who's going to go with NRG on the outside?
Like New World Order.
15. Oh, wow, as it looks like our winner. Oh, somebody got out of shape, but our winner is going to be Smoke Fan with New World Order finishing second and NRG in third. And AJ Storm just being patient right there in fourth. Ran a great race. But they wanted to have the advantage in the draft on that second pack, and it worked out.
That second pack was closing in. A few more laps, and they might have caught up.
You got the running order, because that's the draft order.
Yes, sir, I do. And I'm going to tell you here, I actually had it in my hand and picked up my phone and hit the off button, but let me see. Let me go back here. Yep, I got you. And this is our draft order, guys. Smoke Fan with the #1 pick. The 24 car, the New World Order second, NRG third, AJ Storm in fourth, WVU Fan in fifth, Fluffy in sixth, Diesel Piles in seventh, Slade in eighth, Bags in ninth, and That's our draft order.
That's gonna be a heck of a draft there.
And that's going to be a heck of a draft. I know there's probably a few disappointed guys because I know how competitive they are that, you know, they might end up having to pick guys they didn't normally, plan on picking, but I mean, we'll see how it goes. I don't think that favoritism will be a thing. I honestly believe it's all going to be about people that they can trust putting the setup underneath their hands and be able to hold steady laps. That's just my opinion. Great race
And
though at Vegas.
the draft to take place tomorrow, correct?
Yes, sir. As my understanding, I worked 14 hours a day, so I mean I lost out on a lot of info today. Everything was kind of a last minute thing, but yes, I'm pretty sure that the draft is tomorrow, and our first race is going to be Thursday. I thought in Xfinity at ISM, but I don't want to announce that at home until I know for sure. But I do know that I'm fixing to get Smoke Fan NRG in the booth. Let's see what I'll
Get them in there.
Is yeah.
You got to invite.
Let's see. I'm gonna suggest them to you, Twisted. It's showing that you're the party owner, so I mean, if you have them as well, I think we should get. What do y'all think? Let's go ahead and get our winner in here first, the Smoke Fan, or y'all want to go from third?
Yeah, I thought he said do the just the top finisher.
We got the big man. I say yeah, Smoke Fan. That he not only is this man good at NASCAR, but I'll tell you what, he'll give you a run for your money on Madden because he's 9 times. So he definitely knows how to run his cornerbacks. I'll tell you that. I just sent him an invite, or I put him in the suggested players for Twisted.
Twisted in here? I know he said he was taking a commercial break.
Oh wow, well it's his parties. If I can't invite him, all I can do is suggest it to the party owner. So Twisted, if you're able to hear us, if you can get Smoke Fan in here.
I'll Facebook it. And Facebook's not our sponsor. We own no rights to say that.
Yeah, he said Facebook, guys, not Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook. It's where you can order. It's a catalog full of fade grips. They have all different sizes, colors. Check them out, guys.
I seen some guys that look like they actually have got some fade grips on their controller compared to earlier in the season, man. I mean, it's amazing to me that the guys that I actually.
Hey, bud, you got to invite Smoke, man. It's your party. You got to get back on. Come on.
Oh, I put him in the suggested players. It's going to be under Brandon. You'll see the name.
Yeah, no, it'll say Smoke Fan on his.
Oh, on his. Okay.
Yeah, just because y'all are friends, it says it on there. But,
right. Yeah. I say yeah. That's me. I mean, he's a personality, guys. He's a good guy. I can't wait to get him up in the booth.
You need to invite Smoke
You're
Fan
the party
in here.
host,
He was
so
the winner by race, boss.
Oh, my bad, bro.
I put him in the suggested players for you.
You're alright, just don't let it happen again.
No, we're just messing with you, Sean.
Sean sounds like he's eating a snack pack.
I was eating
dinner. Yeah.
I was eating some food and
half a box of Little Debbie's later. We're back at it.
It's a busy life, man, being up here in the booth. People don't realize it, man. It's a busy life.
We can jump straight out of the race car, straight onto the broadcast. Oh, man.
I jumped straight off the roof, straight in the race car, and then straight in the booth. So I ain't even been in the shower yet.
I had to climb back over the catch fence after that Atlanta run.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm surprised we're not sending out notices to your family that it's over. Sorry,
well, I had my fade grips on my wheel a little bit, so I grabbed hold of it and got it down in there. We good.
That's what it's about. Well, everybody work things out in the holler, man. We don't want anybody here quitting leagues, anything like that. When we get heated, sometimes it's just because we put so much practice time in it, and that it's just
I allowed them.
Okay. The players you suggested are allowed to join the party. Come on, Smoke Fan, #1 pick tomorrow. There he is.
I say yeah.
I say yeah.
I say yeah. There you go.
How big was that win for that #1 pick, boss?
Man, I've been wanting a dang Vegas truck win for a long time. Actually, that's one of my favorite races.
I've had the truck to do it on numerous occasions, but tonight it came down to fuel strategy. Actually, that's what won the race. I feel like I had a good truck though.
No, it looked like the 4-car pack there, man. Short pitting. It looked like y'all pitted at exactly the right lap to where y'all knew y'all was. If it went to a green-white checker, y'all might have not made it. It looked
They
like
actually
the second
pitted
pack.
like 2 laps before I did. I don't know.
Oh, really?
What
Okay.
saved them was riding in my draft that last run, I think, because I saved my 2 laps the first run. So the
Right.
last run after pit stops, I was able to go full bore the whole run.
Well, that is awesome. I'm wanting to let the fans know tomorrow is the draft that you guys are doing. Is that tomorrow? When you get to make that?
Yeah, that's what I've heard is tomorrow.
Okay, well, we're gonna announce that for the fans. I don't know if we're gonna be doing it live. I'm sure we, here at midnight, we always give everybody updates. So I don't know how we're gonna do it, man. But, I figured you would be one of them top 3 guys because I just know Vegas, all the tracks are really in your wheelhouse. I know maybe at a few road courses they're not your favorite, but he is fast still on road courses. But mile and a half, I believe he loves them, and just a hard guy to get around, man. And you definitely deserve it. I'll let some of these other guys get a few questions from you.
All right, yeah, this is from the back, man. So you've already been scouting your drivers and everything. You can't give your pick away, but there's a couple guys out there you already got your eyes on.
Honestly, man, I haven't even thought about it till now.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I got my eyes on a couple guys.
I'd say yeah.
For sure. It's gonna be a lot of thinking about from tonight to tomorrow because, that's a big decision. I want to.
Big decisions, right?
I want to help somebody that I feel like can become a top guy on this game. That they just need a little bit. I don't even think half these guys necessarily need help on driving. I just think they need help with setups, truthfully, and that's where the decision lies on me. For me,
you're exactly right. And I believe tonight in Atlanta's race, I believe some people, probably got, help with the setup, and they just didn't get enough practice time with it, and that's why a couple of them just couldn't hang on to it. You got to practice. If someone gives you a setup that's a heater, or even if it's fast, if you don't practice it, you got to figure out when them tires are going to fall off and what it's going to do on your wheel or your controller, because everyone, as you've gave me setups before that, the way you run it and the way I run it, I couldn't do nothing with it. And here you are top of the leaderboard. So it's all in how everyone drives as well.
For sure, man. For sure.
All right, Smoke, so...
Okay,
I say yeah, and I know you're
Hold on, Pool's got a question for him.
So, coming off because you won the second split of the showcase races and coming off the win tonight, for the top draft pick, how's that got you feel moving forward into the next showcase races and the next midnight broadcast races and everything like that?
Boy, I'm on a roll. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm pretty pumped up right now. I really am. Hopefully we can keep this thing going up into the Daytona 500. I feel like I had a winning car in the Daytona Duel too. Actually, just fortunately got in a bad situation. That happens to us racing. I'll tell you, she'll be tuned up and ready to roll though.
That's awesome, man. We look forward to seeing it.
I think we got an Xfinity race at Charlotte tomorrow night. Is what I've heard, to kind of get ready for the showcase race Wednesday that we got coming up. There's going to be Charlotte Xfinity too. So I think we're just going to do that, a little practice, see what we're going to expect, see where we're sitting on our cars, the whole 9 yards.
That'll be a good one.
Congratulations, and Sean. I didn't know if you was here. If you had anything you wanted to say,
he's halfway through the box of little Debbie cakes. I don't think.
He's still eating. I mean,
no, man.
No,
but Smoke Fan, congratulations on that win, man. Obviously, you're first everywhere we go. And I look forward to seeing what you can do in the future. I'm excited to watch you do these showcase races and run fast and just great win all the way around, man.
Appreciate it, y'all. Really do. Thanks for the help, y'all, too. Last minute, get up in the booth for us and take that on for us. That really, y'all don't realize how important that is to us.
Exactly.
I mean, that really helps. All y'all.
Yes, sir. Yeah, everybody. I mean, last second we had, somebody.
We don't mind helping out good guys, brother.
Right. I
For
want
sure,
to welcome
man.
everybody to Jacob, guys.
Congratulations, man.
To the He
Appreciate
did
it,
a
guys.
great
Y'all have
job
a good one.
tonight. Yes, sir. And Jacob, I want to say thank you, man. That's Diesel Pulling, guys. He did a great job tonight. He's I don't know if he's ever broadcasted before. I kind of last minute deal, kind of, hey, you want to do this? And he said, heck yeah. And he pulled it
He
off
said, yeah.
wonderful. He says, yeah.
All right,
And
guys.
it's
Well,
kind of
I've
That's
got
enough.
to run my my scout race for the night. So
Sir,
not a
good
problem,
luck,
guys.
Pullins. Pullins got him a
Yeah.
rocket ship, man. What number you running tonight, buddy?
I'm running the 21.
All right, look for that 21, guys. That's Diesel Pulling coming.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's get it on then.
All right, gentlemen.
Congratulations, folks. Hope you get a good, clean race.
All right, buddy. Good
No
luck.
problem.